So one of the things about getting ready to live a nomadic life is what to do with all of the stuff that you've acquired for years and years and years and years. And that's kind of the hardest part, having garage sales after garage sales after garage sales.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and
determining what is important and what's not important.
Well, I mean, I think it's about making a decision that it does not fit into your life anymore and serves no purpose any longer. And when you can determine what's useful and what's not useful, it's easier to actually rid of those things that you have all this emotional attachment to, which is probably the hardest part of going minimal.
Yeah, and so now we're moving from a small place to even a smaller place, and it's all about like
even smaller.
Yeah, and I think it's all about like trying to, you know, I mean, like I think it's kind of a shock to go from a 3,000 square foot house to a 190 square foot house. So we're taking the steps to try to go a little bit slower so we can get used to what do we need, what you know, what's been junk, but what has been something that
you can refurbish and repurpose.
Yeah,
which is one of the hardest things to think, because when we first started thinking, well, we could reuse this, we could use this in this fashion, then we started like almost hoarding everything,
right,
instead of ridding of it, because we were like, well, we see a purpose to reuse, but ultimately it didn't fit within the construction. Even though we had thought it would, it didn't actually make the grade. And so now we're left with all this like repurposed idea that now we're like, okay, now we have to chunk. And so it's been an interesting process to let go, but to reuse, and it's been a journey. And
sure. We picked the hottest day of the year to move. So we're going to take a load over to the new place. And then we have to go to Goodwill because we're going to donate some stuff to Goodwill. Well, we get to say goodbye to my 40-year-old ashtray that was in the 70s. And I don't even know why I kept it. And some old 70s stuff that I've kept this whole time. So anyway, we're off. So we've taken a bunch of stuff to Goodwill because, you know, we don't, after 7 garage sales, at that point you're just not going to sell the stuff anymore, and it's much better giving it to somebody that needs it or can use it. You know, when you get to like glassware, dishes, blankets, things like that, you know, we can sell those for like 10 cents or 25 cents at a garage sale, where it's taking it to like Salvation Army, Goodwill, secondhand thrift stores where people can use it. They're not antiques, but, you know, definitely help someone else who can use them. And that's one of the things, like, we've noticed when we've started to pare down, is that, you know, like from a very first garage sale, we were like, oh man, you know, like, I don't know, we shouldn't sell this, I think we might use it. Then a second garage sale came around and it was still there, and we're like, well, I don't know. And a third garage sale came around and we're like, put it out there, we're never going to use it. And inevitably what we found is that we don't miss any of the stuff we've gotten rid of. So moving into a much smaller place has been, it's been very, I don't know, it's been very freeing, because I came from a 3,500 square foot house when I was taking care of my mom. And it's just amazing on how much crap I ended up having that I just don't need now. And I think that's kind of like not really surprising, because I've seen that in so many different, videos, and, people that are paring down, like they don't miss it, they don't miss it, they don't miss it. And you really don't. I mean, clothes I thought were the bomb that I spent a lot of money on, I hardly wore. Just a lot of things like that I found that I just don't miss at all. So the place that we just moved from, we co-shared a house with my friend. We lived downstairs, and we had our own bathroom, washer, dryer, kitchen, living area, and the bed area were all in the same room. But now we're moving even smaller, and so as we're starting to wrap things up, we're looking for opportunities that we can live and work in a very, very tiny space to kind of prep us for a 190 square foot living situation. Okay, so after all the Goodwill trips, after all the moving back and forth, after all the trips to the donation centers, recyclable centers, you name it, we pretty much pared down to like the bare essentials, and let me show you exactly what we're moving into. So it's pretty cool the way we have it now. We are living in a kind of like a dog daycare facility where Ariane works. And the cool thing about this is that we kind of like are caretakers for the facility, and so our monthly bills are extremely cheap, right? So, but it's kind of a weird tiny place, so let me show you exactly what that is. Okay, this is our front door, and it's really kind of dark in here, but this is kind of where we're at. This is our bed. This is, I'll turn around, this is our door, and then this is our living area. So we've got couch, refrigerator, kitchen, we've got our 2 bathrooms there, got another bathroom there, and then that's the door to get into the daycare facility. Now you see the couch, the chair, the kitchen, the refrigerator, shelves. We've got this. We've been practicing with our Instant Pot. You notice that we have no stove anymore. You saw that. We took that to Goodwill. Now we have to take all of this, except for the couch and the chair, and we need to move it into this room, because this room is exactly 205 square feet. Our Airstream is 190 square feet. So that's preparing to live tiny, and that's our idea to be nomadic. Anyway, want to try to put at least 3 videos a week for you guys now. I've got a ton of gear reviews. I'll be back at the Airstream this week. Got a lot of content coming on. So anyway, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think we have some really good value coming your way. Please give this video a thumbs up, and remember to click the little bell so you get notified when we post a new video. The other thing I noticed too on YouTube is that if you don't participate a lot on the channel, even though you're a subscriber, you will not get posts, new video posts. So that's something that YouTube is doing. I don't know why, but anyway, please give us a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.